Good evening, where we are back again with another live stream. Yes, this is Prisma. What is Prisma? Prisma is a plugin, and essentially a plugin which is free if you own one of the instruments you can request in My Products Prisma. And Prisma is a host where you can load in our plugins and stack them. And we are currently busy with updating Prisma so that it loads Blue 3. And what you hear now is a Blue 3 preset. And I changed a little bit. You see there are 4 controls which you can address to the parameters. And this one is Blue 3 Shine. And I should save this one as well because I like this one also. This is a variation, Shine Slow. Sorry. So this one has a very long release and attack. So this update is not out yet because we have some little issues on the Mac and some little bugs. For instance, here the preset doesn't appear and some of the boxes are not nicely aligned. This is the 150% version. So in the current version, you already can change the user interface size. So this I'm using 150% because I have a wide screen. And so I'm working on some of the presets already, so that once Prisma is released, you also will have some new presets. You can go to the bank manager. That's also what I did now. You see some of the buttons are not correctly. They need to move a little bit. But if you then go to pads and you click order by date, then you have the latest one. So this is the Bluetooth Shine Slow, which I just placed. Then we have Synth Invader. That's also a new preset. Let's play it. And this is the multi-control page. This is essentially the main page. Synth Invader. I will go back to the manager. And also what changed that some might notice is that we have the icons on the right hand side and the labels on the left. We do that in every plugin, and Prisma had it on the wrong way. So that's also what we changed, so that you have the button always on the right side and the label on the left side. So that's something we forgot to look after in Prisma and also in XY transfer, but we are fixing this, of course. So this is one of the other pad sounds, and then I have Digitone's Rise, which is also combining Predator 3 and Blue 3. Very dark sound. And then you can change the timbre. And then that's cool. So if I put off the only layer 1 is Blue 3. And layer 2 is Predator 3. Yeah, I'm well, but I'm still having a cold. So I still use a lot of these tissues. It's endless. For 2 weeks I'm having a cold already, so it's time for spring, I would guess. It's still rainy, cold outside in the Netherlands, and then you catch very easy a cold. also can use the modulation wheel. So that's Prisma. Prisma is for free for anybody who owns one of the instruments, and then you can stack together the instruments up to 4. I mostly use 2 or 3. 4 is already very busy. Then it's already because sometimes you have already a big sound going on already. So already the blue 3 sound is a very good sound. So that's one of the other ones. And then I have a moving IQ pad, which has quite of moving things. Yeah, it's comparable to a combination mode. It's only done 4 layers. I think in a core M1 you could have, I think even more than 4. But of course you are depending on 16 voice or 16 voice. And then here you can change the timbre again. So these are the 4 faders. The multi-control page, which is this one, is where you can address things which are available in the layer menu. So if you go to the layer menu, you have the edit page. There we set already some parameters for each plugin. So in Blue 3, you can see we have the envelopes amount, the XY, things added. You can change this also yourself and even save that here in the save layout. Default layout is what is always loading. So it's the easy edit, which is in the layer. You have the keyboard layout, which means that you can each layer you can transpose, make a keyboard range, even a velocity range. And then you have EQ, even a EQ per layer. So if you think, okay, I should cut lower a little bit lower end. So you have many options in each layer. Then have the MIDI filter. So if you think, okay, this one should not respond to the modulation wheel. So if I open the modulation wheel, I can say this one should not respond, and then it filters. You see, that's only only the layer 1 is doing that. Excuse me. So this is the layer page, and then so you have the easy edit in each layer, the keyboard layout in each layer, the EQ in each layer, and the MIDI filter in each layer. And what I was thinking, maybe we should make it the case that if you have easy edit, that this one appears. If you click here, that everywhere it should go to this. But so you have the option to have each a different one, which makes the user interface a little bit more busy. But yeah, it's not always a solution for these kind of things are available to make it more easy for your eyes. It's essentially a lot of controls, of course, if you have the easy edit open and you even have 4 layers. So this is the layer page, the multi-control page that makes use of all kind of parameters. So the parameters of layer 1 appear, the easy parameters, which you just saw in the layers, but also the FX send and the panning and the volume. Okay, so let me play another sound. Blue Shine, we had them. Joypad. It's a big pad again. Yeah, in the mix, these pad sounds work well, but of course, if you stack sequencer sounds, then you get sometimes maybe a bit too much. So if I go back to the manager, motion picture, I have a new one there. order by date, move E right. So that's a new one. Now, and with Punch, the layer has a different stuff. So this is the multi-control page. I use Punch 2, Blue 3, and RG. RG is the distorted, so I can play one note. Because that one is not major or minor, it's a power chord. But if you go to layers, you can see that Punch, it triggers essentially. So if I shut down the other ones, I play one note. And the one note, wherever I play, doesn't matter, it simply triggers the grooves here. So I can say also, make it even more busy, then you get this one. I found that in the preset a little bit too much. I only kept that one. So that's why you see in the keyboard layout, you see that you have synth layout, which has the keyboard range for split points and velocity splits or transpose. And you have the punch view. And the punch view means that the keyboard triggers the grooves which are inside Punch 2 or also in the original Punch. So that's the solution, so that you also can use Punch 2 for in the background. Or you could say only do this. So go back to the layers, maybe a break. Oh, that's not good. So all kind of So you see here, the Punch has its own page for the keyboard layout. Easy Edit, it remains the same. You can change also the easy, for instance, the easy page from Punch 2, which is cool to change. It has its own EQ. So this is one of the presets. I think I only made one. Bring Me Home. I think that's an older one. That one is an older one, using quad and bit. Yeah. So I'm talking about Prisma because we are working on the release of Prisma that it can load in the Blue 3, but we have some graphic glitches and some smaller bugs because we use a latest version to make this newer version of Prisma. So that's the thing we are currently working. Hopefully next week you can download it. For the ones who doesn't know Prisma is a host where you can load in Rob Papen instruments and stack them together. So there's so many cool sounds inside. Jamal has he has a very nice brass sound. Let me see if I can find it. Brass section, I think it was called. Maybe it's in this one. No, of course, I don't recall what the name was, but you see a lot of Jamal presets, very cool stuff. And you see loading presets because it's a loaded preset. So go to Punch 2. But if you think, okay, this is too much for my song, you can simply shut off one layer. So that's still possible. But I was looking for this brass sound, but I cannot recall the name he used for that. So if I look at the letter B, brass, bombast lead. No, I don't think that's the one. Nope. Yeah, here he has a keyboard split, because that you also can do. So that's the split point, and you can see it here in the layer where these splits are in the keyboard layout here. And that's also what we are planning to do, a little keyboard so that you can move that around, but that's in a later update. So we keep on developing this product, and yeah, I was looking for this brass sound, but I cannot find it. I should ask. I think this one, big fat brass. Yeah, this is the one. So it's using Predator and Bluetooth. Cool, isn't it? So let me see the chat room. Where can I get more banks for blue? Well, some people ask me where if there are more presets, but then they don't see that there are whole banks of presets. For some reason, they stick here in the first preset bank and don't see that here we have all these banks. There are over 4,000 presets inside Blue 3. So maybe you missed that, Thomas Santos. There are not yet a new preset for Blue 3. Of course, in the future, we will have more presets that will expand as it always expands. We have in the new version, we will have simply a few more sequence sounds. The sequence sounds O2. So in the bank manager, you can see that we have all kind of presets. So many banks, there are totally over 4,000 presets. Sorry, still coughing. Okay, so I'm looking digital facts. I search high-low how to save Prisma presets in Prisma. No this symbol or something like that. Yeah, the menu of Prisma is a little bit different because we use a different software for creating Prisma, because it's essentially a host. So if I would go open it here we have Prisma, and I would say new preset. The best is that you really say here new preset, and then you give it already a name. You click here on the, because I need to click here in this thing, enter the new preset name. Mega fine pad. So just mega fine pad, and you see you have this mega fine pad created. Then you go next is to the layers, and then you load in your plugins. So for instance, how I would work, I would take, for instance, now Blue 3. Then I would open Blue 3 and simply search in the bank manager for presets, which I think could be nice. chorus again. An illegal bass. Well, where did that came from? That should not be inside this path 3. Okay, yeah, okay. I should simply delete it. So I did run a new update and something popped up again in this update. So that's bad again, but I will fix that. So, okay, back to what we were doing. So I could say this one has also already a pad. No, let's see if we can find. Well, that will be maybe a nice one. So what I then often do is simply because I want to control the attack and the release, I shut it down here. So, and then I go to the FX and also shut down the phaser I keep in, but that I would keep in the chorus delay. Okay, I would keep that in, but I make this sound this way so that I can use the multi-control page, this one, for changing the attack and also the release. But that's what I will do anyhow. So here we have layer 1. I would pick then the envelope attack, and layer 2 also the, sorry, layer 1 the release. No, that's wrong. I need to go here, layer 1, and then the envelope release. So this is one preset. Then I would say, okay, let's combine that with something else. I could say, maybe with a Blade 2 sound. So I take Blade 2, I open Edit, then Blade 2 opens, I go to the manager again, I go also to the pads to see if there are some nice pad sounds. Okay, well, this one here, I also can have the attack and release. You see this one as a graphic envelope, but also here I can make the attack and release 0. Then I shut down the FX here, as FX is tape chorus, and I shut down the tape delay, because I can use the delay also in Prisma. So now it's a very dry sound. Still has, that's the other one. So this is Blade 2. A bit ugly sound, but it combined nice with the other one. So what I will do here is, here I can say timbre change. Here I could address then, for instance, something else. But first let me add to the layer 2 also the attack, amp envelope attack, and layer amp envelope release. So I open this, now I open the amount, and then I start. Strange sounds. It's not as how you say, not as good as I would hope for. So here I can select then layer 1 the X, and also in layer 2 the X. Then here I can say stereo delay, and then you can say here to the FX section. Here you can see FX1 stereo delay, where the tempo setting is right, and then I can go and control the FX send in layer 1 and the FX send in layer 2. So this is not a nice sound. I don't like it really. Maybe I should go a little bit down with this one octave. Let's see how that works. Okay, you still can edit these sounds if you think, okay, this could be better. Or you can say, let's add one extra layer. So we could say, okay, Predator 3 we could put into it and simply also edit it. The only problem is now is sometimes the so here I shut down also the delay. So this is a pad sound, and then I go back to the multi-control page, bring this back down, and then I add also layer 3 attack and a layer 3 release. So let me see how that works. Okay, no. So I bring it down, open. I have to open, of course, your mouth. Now you have 3 layers. It's not really good. For some reason, the sound is not good. That's the pad sound, so I give it a little try again. No, the sound is not good. For some reason, I don't like the sound, but whatever. So these 3 slots makes, of course, that also the CPU increases, because it's the same as if you would have 3 tracks. So it's not, doesn't mean that if you load into Prisma that it makes the CPU lower because you use Prisma. No, it's like having 3 tracks. So having now 3 instruments is the same as having 3 tracks in terms of CPU usage. But this is a bad sound, so this is how you make down the sound, and then if you think it's fine, you can say save preset. And then the menu pops up. Yes, I want to replace it, of course, but I don't like the sound, and I'm really gonna delete that one now because it's really not a nice sound. Delete. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, what is very important with Prisma, because of the multi-control page, is that the multi-control page you really do at the very last stage. So if you're simply combining presets and you have 2 layers or 3 layers, then you start using the multi-control page, because once you have this already set and you load 1 layer, this multi-control page gets a little bit mixed up because of you adding another instrument. Automation of different plugin parameters then only work via the multi-control page. Yes, indeed. The parameters with Prisma are then the multi-control page are then the ones you can record. I don't think that you can record the other parameters if you move them around. Because Prisma is the top layer. You see here, Prisma, you have the parameter automation. You don't see it on the screen here. Pull down. So here you see the parameter recording option. So that one doesn't appear. If I open the edit screen for Bluetooth, you see, then it doesn't appear. So it's only the Prisma parameters you can automate. So the multi-control page or the amount controls, whatever. So it's really a host, essentially. So sorry. So yeah, order by date. Hopefully we have next week a bit more presets. And of course, less is more. So sometimes two layers of 2 is already enough. Yeah, sure. Prisma you can record just like another plugin. It's a plugin, but it's a plugin that loads in other plugins. So if I go here to Cubase, you can see here the track and simpler plus record, and I can simply record it. So here is Prisma, and then I can play it back. I should delete that one. So sure, it's simply a plugin. You can compare it a little bit with how it's called again, Uni software where you can load in all kind of plugins and combine them together. But this is only a basic version with 4 layers where you can use our own plugins, and we don't allow to make it available for other third-party plugins, because essentially if there are then issues, we get all the support things and that kind of thing, and it's a free program also, so we would not be happy that we have done, for instance, each week many hours with support because one of the third-party plugins, whatever, doesn't work in Prisma. So we keep it purely for the raw Papen instruments. And you also can use it with RG, so there are also RG stacks. So here, if you go to the bank manager, you can see there are RG stacks where you can and of course it's still the same is let me go here, where is it? Okay guys, I need to go to left. No. 5. Okay, but so I have a little background beat, always the same one, but of course. So let me see. So then you can use Prisma also. So it uses the combination of, for instance, 2 RG. So this is another one, funky. Let's load. You can shut down things or play it. And of course it remains this keyboard layout. So the keyboard of RG, first octave you hit a note, it's a minor. If you hit in the second octave a note, it's a major. So that's how it works. And there are not more chords. That's really basic, a groove machine. So yeah, there's also a standalone version of Prisma. So this there's an icon. So if you install Prisma, you can get the icon on your desktop, which is this one. You see this one. Prisma icon. And in Mac, the Prisma standalone version is inside the application folder. And if you double click this icon, it loads in and you can keep it in your dock. So also on Mac, we have the standalone version. Okay, so let me here see the where I was. I lost track myself. So I'm not bleeping the wrong buttons here. So Prisma, let's open it again. Shove this one here. So also RG can be cool. Some very nice presets. Jamal created some. It's very nice groovy. Yeah, that's a cool one. And what you also can do with RG, not always start at the one, but you also can start on the second beat. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Then you have a totally new groove. Or simply on the 3, that also could be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So some cool things where you combine. And of course, RG is limited in terms of chords. The electric guitar is a classic rhythm guitar, which is a -7 or a major chord. There are no diminish, all that kind of things, but it's essentially a groove machine. And what makes it, if you have a groove like this in A major, and you make a break, and another instrument plays this diminished chord, and then you continue and you go to the other chord. Hopefully next week, guys. So we have to tackle a few little bugs which appear, and then sorry. Hopefully we have also a few more presets for you. So I'm working on myself some presets. I'm not sure if Jamal has time, but I could ask him, of course, if he could have some preset for next week. And then so I'm currently in the super pads, which is great for Prisma, really, to make super pads. I made a few, and the one of I started with was this Blue 3 Shine Slow, which has a very slow. Was this Blue 3 Shine Slow, which has a very slow attack, which is really nice. It's only two presets, but they are so nice combining together. It's a big string sound with a choir. I had some better chords. That's better. Yeah, it's really a nice for movie stuff. So this is the Blue 3 Shine Slow, the preset you hopefully can enjoy next week. Okay, what is the other news? The other news is that we did tackle this VST3 problem with this out of frame thing, which happened not in all hosts, mainly in Studio One and Fruity Loops, that if you had a different size version in the VST3 version, that you had this a kind of weird out of frame. And we fixed that already in Sublime Base 2 and Predators 3. So if you would, if you are on PC, because it's only on PC, this issue, if you are on PC and you are aware of this problem, you can download again Sublime Base 2. It has the same version number, so that don't pay any attention on that. Simply download it, run it, and the same goes for Predator 3. Download it and run it. If you are having Explorer 8, simply scroll down in the download page of Explorer 8. There you will find the single installers, download Sublime Base 2 and Predator 3, run it on the computer, and this out of frame problem is gone. And of course, we will update also very soon Blue 3, which will have also hopefully the NKS update added to it. And then also the whole other bunch of plugins we will update for PC so that this frame problem is gone. Okay. So, so my workflow with Prisma is that I first load in these sounds. So maybe that's a thing which we could do to show you how I work. I think I showed it already a little bit. But maybe we should do another sound. We have the motion picture where you have all kind of more sequence type of sounds. Well, you have this move E right, which I just played. So, okay, so now what I do is start with a new preset and I already give it a name. So here you click it on the name, enter a name. So, live stream horror, I call this one. Okay, so we'll make an eerie sound. So let's start to make an eerie sound. First, we pick down punch 2 and see if we can find a special groove, which is maybe special, different. I go to the film score. Let me see what we have here. Aha, okay, let's keep that one. And then I go to the layers, and then of course I should not have, now it plays everything if I hit a note, so yeah. So let's keep that one. And then I go to another plugin. What should we do? Should we take a Blue 3? Sequence sounds? Yeah, why not? I go here, manager. Maybe one of the Jamal presets are always nice. So here we have Jamal. Let me see if we have. Should be a sequence sound. Too much. That could be an option. I see he uses stereo delay, so the stereo delay could shut down because we can use the stereo delay in Prisma. So here in Prisma I would say then stereo delay. Now it's a bit dry, so here I can say stereo delay. And using the multi-control as a amount control for the stereo delay. So here I can, that's layer 2, it starts, FX1 send. you still can change things. So if I go here, so I can change even the filter. Okay, so then I can use timbre change, timbre. So, and then use layer 2. Doesn't mean that this will be a good sound, but simply let's give it a try. Timbre change, and then let's see, we stack that one with a maybe something from Subboom Bass, or maybe Blue 3. Okay, let's make it Blue 3 again. And then plugin, and then I go to sequences again. So really combining sequences together. No. 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 This I put on half speed. No, the second sound is this one doesn't work. So I go back here because this one, that one works. Punch with this Blue 3 sound, which I put the sequence at half speed. You still can edit these sounds. So you can still say half speed of the sequence which is playing in this preset. And then, of course, this is saved within this preset. So put save preset, I save it again, and all these settings are saved. So, but I didn't like the second sound, so let's pick here a different. That's better. Layer 3. Layer 2 and layer 3. Layer 3 FX1 sound, so let's see what the delay is. So the drums may be a bit too... So now you have far more interesting stuff. So this one has more delays. It has delay in itself, but you also could say yeah, it's an interesting thing. So let's see what we could change also in the punch. punch 2 tone, we could say in punch layer 1 the semitone. Let's see how that one goes. Goes up. Now let's go down. So that's already cool. So this I keep, and then I see, yeah, I still have one. So punch 2 does the synths semi-pitch. So here I could change, I think maybe the decay, maybe that one should give a interesting instrument. Or maybe the synth decay. Okay, that's the second layer. I'm going to change there the second layer, the decay and the release. Let's see how that works. So that will be this one. I want to make it shorter, so I go this one. Okay, so now you have more. So I think this one is cool. It's better than expected. It's I don't know if it's musical useful, but as always with our plugins, if you see a preset, you think, oh, it's way over the top, just shut down one thing. Maybe then it fits perfectly like you. Maybe without the drums. Or you say without this one. Or simply like this. So now, of course, I need to give it a tagging. So go to set categories. It has a bass up. It's pretty percussive. It's a mono sound. It has a fix. Yeah. So now I save it. So this one, once you have download Prisma, hopefully next week we will have it ready for you. And because we have some little bugs inside of it which we need to fix. But then you also will have this shuffle live stream horror preset. Here, Digital Facts has an idea about adding an LFO inside the Prisma to modulate some of the parameters. I think that will be an interesting idea to modulate the multi-control page. That will be interesting. That will be, I need to write that down in a future update. That's an interesting idea. So I write that down, an LFO, and that would be then controlling the multi-control page, or maybe even the layer parameters, which you can see here. If you go easy edit, then you can see it. Okay. Yeah, guys, so that's for today. A little bit about Prisma. Hopefully I can make you happy next week with that Prisma is available for you. Then you will enjoy it, and of course also some of the new presets. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and as mentioned, we fixed already some plugins, the VS3 version on PC. Stumble Base 2, Predator 3, if you are on PC and you have this issue with VST3 where this frame keeps on popping up, then you can download the latest version. And then it should fix the issue. And of course, all the other plugins we update alongside. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and stay well. Enjoy creating music. That's the most important thing, that you enjoy it. And then we catch up next week again. So bye-bye, and thank you for watching.